Hey guys, welcome back to the Summer of Knives 2017. Alright, this is going to be my collector's edition. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not know all the names to these knives. If you're interested in these knives, you're either going to have to go to their prospective makers, pause the video, get an idea what it is, and then go look for it yourself. Now, it's not because I'm trying to be lazy, it's just because a lot of these companies, Boker mostly, they don't put the names of the knives on the knives, so I don't know what the hell they're called. But that's okay. All you have to do is pause the video, go look for the knife that you like, and if you want to purchase it, fine. As you guys know, I've been collecting knives for over 40-something years. I am also a custom knife maker. Any of the knives that you see here were either purchased from the maker themselves, such as Brous Blades or some of the other companies, or on Amazon.com. If you are going to purchase one of these knives, please go to Amazon.com link down below and purchase it through there. I think I get like 5 cents every time you guys purchase something, so it kind of helps me out. Appreciate that. I do advise if you are going to buy a knife, before you go to these other manufacturers, go up to threeriverblades.com, check out all the stuff I have up there. You know, I'm a custom knife maker and it takes a lot of work and a lot of time to make knives. So while I'm entertaining you guys, I have to also run a business. Just see if you have anything up there that you like, and if not, that's fine. You could also join the mailing list. Alright guys, let's get into it. So the stuff that you see here was either gifted to me or I purchased myself. And they don't all have a high monetary value like you would think in a collection. I'm not made of money. It took me a while to save for some of these knives here. A lot of the knives that I put on the table were either things that I took a long time to save up for, or I had the money at the time, or like I said, was gifted. Okay, so again, it's to each his own. If you really want to get these knives, go see their makers. So I'm going to start with the big knives. Alright, this is CRKT, and basically this is made by I'm not even going to say it. Certain Victory means Hisu. Alright, so it comes in this really nice box, and this is CRKT's version of I guess mini sword, if you will. Alright, really nice design. I think they still sell these. It comes with a sheath and the box. So this was actually gifted to me, and really nice, really sharp out of the box. I like this one a lot. I like the box that it comes in. You know, I'm pretty sure that they still sell these, or you can get them online. The sheath that it comes with is a molded injected sheath, and you can use it for combat, but something like that I'm probably not going to use for combat. Alright, so this is a limited edition. This is the Commander 2 limited edition knife. This one is actually made, let's see, 30 years ago, Gerber Legendary Blades. First command, celebrate with 3V. Alright, so it's the Fairbane Gerber. Alright, I got it in this nice little box. I'm not going to take it out, but you know, this is one of 1,500 pieces sold. So basically it's the Fairbane style of knife, if you guys are interested in daggers. Alright, let me go on this side. This is a genuine kukri from Nepal. Okay, you can see right there, it says Nepal on it. And that's the name that made it, GK&Co, which Kukri Knife and Company. I'm not really sure, but this is, I got this from the Kukri house, and as everybody knows, they do make the traditional kukris. Needs a little edge work, but it's still sharp enough to do the job. I wanted to get something that was traditional, because I do like kukris, and I think they're excellent blades, and they're great for a lot of different things. You can use them for wood processing or combat fighting, and it does come with the traditional, you know, I forget what they call these. One's a sharpener and one's like a small knife, which are pretty much garbage, but you know, traditional kukri knife, I wanted to have that in my collection. The next knife is a British survival knife, I think they call it. It's basically a 1/4 of an inch thick. It's basically a pry bar, and I got this from Europe or UK. And the UK, I don't know if they still issue these to their troops, but this is just a big honking steel with rivets. Let's see if I can get the name in there. All right, big old copper rivets and a leather sheath. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's not really collectible. Yeah, maybe to someone that's never served in the military, probably not. But to me, I thought it was really cool, so that's why I got it. All right, let's start in the middle. I guess this is Greg Mefford from Mefford Knife. I had met Greg Mefford at one of the New York knife shows, which is in New Jersey, by the way, so don't be fooled. And I purchased this from him. This is not a cheap knife. This is the Praetorian. The Praetorian knife he's pretty much known for, and it's actually a really big, chunky folding knife. Now, I would probably never spend $1,000 on a folding knife, but that's what these things cost. Okay, so I'm telling you now, if you're looking for one of these, they are not cheap. Collector's item. I'm not carrying the freaking thing. It's made like a tank. It's huge, but overall, great blade, sharp, razor sharp out of the box. This is made out of D2. So you see his logo right there. Excellent lockup. And like I said, you know, if you are someone that works for a living and can't afford this knife, it's okay. You don't have to have this knife. Like I said, the things that I purchased, I probably purchased a long time ago. And when I purchased it a long time ago, I must have had the money. I probably didn't have a family. I had extra money to spend, and I wanted to buy something nice for myself. I appreciate other knife makers. I cannot learn and do what I do without other knife makers. So it doesn't bother me to purchase a knife from another knife maker. This is Brous. This is probably one of his earlier models. I think they call this one the triple threat. So it has some type of acid wash on it. It is a folder. It has really cool grippy G10 and funky maze style pattern. Sharp out of the box. It's a liner lock. And I don't know if he's making these anymore. I highly doubt it. But he used to make them in a fixed blade, and he used to make them in the folder. So thank you, Jason. Great knife overall. The second Brous I have is just the Silent Soldier. You can still purchase these. Alright, so that's a Silent Soldier. It comes as a neck knife, or you can use it as a belt clip. Now, I will say that some of these, I think either Kershaw or another company came out with these. So, you know, I know that I don't know if he partnered up with them or he sold the design or whatever the case, but I think you can get them cheaper than what the original maker. But for me, it's always about the maker. I don't care if you sell your design or work for somebody else or whatever the case. But I bought Jason's blades because of Jason and because I like his style of knives. That's it. So I don't know what they cost anymore. Speaking of manufacturers, this is the Spyderco bug set. Again, probably not a huge collector's item, but I liked it, so I got it. It's a little bit ripped, so it's got the bee, the honeybee, and the grasshopper in there. So it's the Spyderco bug set. All right, I'm going to get into the Bokers. Now, Boker, if you don't know, is a German-made company, and they make great products that you can buy. I bought all these on Amazon, by the way. So I bought this, which is really cool. Again, I don't know the names, so if you're going to be all butthurt, you can stop the video and go look for it. All right, so it does come with a sheath, which is nice. Really nice knife. Again, I don't think I would use that in a regular everyday use, but it's really cool. Here's another one. This is a Boker. Let's see what we got here. If I can open these boxes, it would be great. No, okay, 3 times the charm. Oh, okay. So this is like the super mini. I like this one a lot. This is really cool. This is a mini knife. Let's see if you can see that. I think that's the model. Oh no, not the model. The number 3,800 and something. So this is supposed to be their little neck knife, which I thought was really cool. You could actually get one grip on there, and it comes with this little sheath. and you can wear it as a neck knife. So I thought that was cool. I don't think this one's overly expensive. I think it's cool. That's why I got it. And you'll see a lot of the knives that I purchase are probably going to be a little bit smaller than your average, but I thought it was cool. I saw it online. I wanted it, so I bought it. Alright, here's another Boker. This one's made out of titanium. Really small knife. It does have a clip on the back. And I'm not sure if this was made to be a neck knife, I'm sorry, a money clip knife or whatever, but really tiny, really cool. So I like that. Another Boker. Boker. Let's get into this one. Here's another one, another Boker. Obviously I like Boker. This was a gift from the wife. Thought that was nice. Has this nice, I don't know, I think that might be titanium. I'm not sure if this is titanium, but maybe just stainless steel. Really cool knife. Really cool. So, and then it has the, I don't know if you can see that. So I like this knife a lot. It says Anzo Knives. So I guess Anzo was the designer. Really cool blade. Big fan of that. Alright, here's another one. If I can get these boxes open. That's one thing about Boker, man. They really know. They make some crazy boxes too. There's another neck knife by Boker. I'm not going to take it out. But it's super tiny. Let's see if I can even get it out. I don't even think I can get it out. Alright. So it's super tiny. I mean, again, I don't mind these little neck knives. Again, I'm not going to carry them. These are nice little collector's items, and if you have the money for it and you feel like purchasing them, then by all means, please do so. I have a couple extra Bokers over here. I don't have the boxes anymore. This one I did EDC for a while. I thought it was really nice. Magnum by Boker. Really cool, grippy G10. Really nice, comfortable handle. Nice upsweep belly right there. So I like this one. Liner lock, flips over very easily. I mean, it's just like on freaking rails, this thing. So left or right handed, really nice. Another one by Boker. Again by that same designer. What the hell is it? Anzo. Alright, it has that tread pattern. Micarta. This is like a super lightweight knife. Alright, it doesn't really have any type of way to open it. You just have to use your hand, or like you could almost open it. There's no thumb studs or anything like that. It's very, very streamlined and super, super lightweight. So it has a nice sheep foot design right there. I like that. Here's another Boker. Again, made by the same dude. VG10. And this is some type of acid washed steel. It's probably stainless steel if I had to guess. It's not titanium, because titanium would be a little bit lighter. This thing's kind of a chunk. So I like that. So that's it for the Boker. I got a Spyderco Auto. I know a lot of people haven't seen Spyderco Autos, but this is a Spyderco Auto. Spyderco CPM S30V. I don't know the name of this, I apologize. Has a plastic handle, but made in the USA. It says it right there. And it's just push button. That's it. That's all it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? It works pretty good. The handles, they're not so bad. They do have some grooves in there, but I mean, this is basically a worker knife. It's not a dagger or anything. It's basically a one-handed opening knife, so you don't need your other hand for anything else. It does have a little lock right here, so if you want to lock the blade, you can. Good on you, Spidey. And then the rest I have are my Benchmades. I'll go over my Benchmades. So these are Benchmade autos. Alright, everybody knows Benchmades are pretty expensive. It does have a lock on top if you wanted to lock it. These I think are aluminum handles. 154 cm. It does have the serrated edge, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of the serrated edge, but it's on there. It's an auto. I like it. This is another one of my favorites, the Bone Collector. All right, made by Benchmade. It's made out of D2 steel. This has like one of the easiest opening, butter smooth openings that I've ever felt. It's just awesome. It has this ball bearing release button right here, and it's big enough and thick enough that you can really hold on to it. This is the Bone Collector series, and these are not cheap either. Another Benchmade auto. All right, 154 cm. Same aluminum type style as the other one. Really positive lockup. Has a lock on the other side. This is mostly for a protection knife or a self-defense knife, I would say. Probably very popular in the military, I would imagine. Alright, I don't have a lot of auto knives, so you know, when I get one I try to hold on to it for a while. Alright, this is another favorite of mine. I think this is the Osborne design. CPM M4. I have EDC'd this before. They actually make this in a fixed blade knife, and again, this knife is not cheap. All right, especially for a folding knife. The texture, the G10 is really super grippy, ergo design. This is a fighting knife. It does have the little glass breaker in the back, but overall, for a long bladed knife, I really like it. I'm a big fan of this. So I've EDC'd that before. It's got a couple Tops knives over here. Now this was a collab with Tops and Buck, and that's why it's next to the Buck. This is the CRKT. I think it's supposed to be a rescue knife of sorts. Really cool. It has the bit driver there. You know, really stout blade. The G10 handles of that Rocky Mountain tread that Tops does all the time. And this blade is good, but it's very, very thick and it's very, very weighty. So it's a heavy knife. It's made for rescue, and it does come in this cool pouch, which, by the way, you could wear it on your belt. You could latch it if you wanted to, and it does have MOLLE strapping, so if you needed to, you could put it on your tack vest. All right. Another knife from Tops, and I think this is one of their first designs. All right, this is the Millspire 3.5. It is a typical Tops knife. It's lightweight. It's lighter than the other folding knives. Not the best as far as opening and closing. All right, it's a little bit stiff. All right, you can actually make sure that it's locked in there. Belt clip is sufficient. You know, very pretty knife. I bought it because Tops doesn't make a lot of folders, so I wanted to have something that, you know, had Tops name on it. This is CRKT. It says Ritter Risk MK5 again. This is supposed to be their survival tin knife. CRKT. Alright, super tiny, lightweight, little neck cutting device tool. I thought that was cool, so I got that. That's not expensive. If you guys are interested, you can probably still buy these on Amazon.com. A couple other knives. This one I like a lot. This is supposed to go with that sword. It's the same style, I believe. This is William Heiho. Williams Heiho. Japanese style for sure. This thing is super, super sharp. Alright, you can see the Japanese writing on there on the G10. Really nice folder. He also makes fixed blades. So this was the folder version of this, and there is a series of these knives, and there are a lot of fixed blades, and I think he's a Japanese martial artist, knife maker, etc., and he happened to make a folder, so I got this one and the sword as well. So good on you. That's pretty awesome. I got a couple of Buck knives. Now I know a lot of people are not big fans of Buck knives, but the Buck 110s, I kind of collect them. So this is the Chuck Buck, right? And they call this one, he actually signed this one or engraved it or had a computer engrave it, because I don't think he's with us anymore. Has like a red rosewood, and this is the Chairman series. Alright, so that's the Chairman series. So I thought that was kind of cool. It comes with a case, of course. There's a lot of other buck knives that I have, but I really do like the Buck 110. I'm a big fan of it. And whenever they come out with like a collector series or a 50th anniversary or something like that, I'll probably pick one up. This is the Marine Corps etched Buck 110. I thought it was kind of cool. So if I can get it out. Alright. So you have in here, see where it says Marines on it. Thought that was cool. They are numbered. So this is 42. And of course the blades are etched as well. The few to proud the Marines. And then on this side it says Semper Fi, always faithful. So I thought that was kind of cool. And like I said, you know, to each his own. Every collector is going to have their different style of knife that they like or they want to collect. To me, these are probably some of the most expensive knives in some aspects that I have. A couple other small things that aren't really that expensive, but I like them. Case knives. This happens to be the Stockman. And for a long time, this is what, you know, your grandpa probably carried in his pocket. All right, something this small, lightweight, and this is called a pocket knife. All right, very small blade. If you're going to buy small blades or collect small blades, I highly suggest case knives. Case knives are collectible. I know there's a lot of guys that go out there and collect them. This has 3 blades. And they're not cheap for the size, believe me. So, I mean, you're going to pay a little bit of money. But like I said, they're collector's items. So you buy 1 or 2 and you keep them in the box. If you want to use them by all means. They are usable knives, so it's a great knife. And this one's a cold steel, and I know it's kind of retarded because all the knives on this table blow it away, but this is the Micro Recon 1. Alright, and I know it's silly because it's so small, and it's not very expensive at all, but I do have all the Recons. I like the Recon style knife, and this one is very, very small, and it comes with a keychain. So you can keep it on your keychain, and it does have the triad lock. So, super small, efficient, killer Recon 1 Mini. If you guys are interested in that, that's still available on Amazon.com. Alright guys, so that's it for the collector's edition. I'm sure there's a bunch of knives somewhere else in my collection that are probably worth just amount, either in a nostalgia kind of feeling or you know, collectability or monetary. Like the stuff that you see here was either, like I said, gifted, or it's something that I like and I collected. If it's a funky design and I thought it was something interesting, then I would buy it. Or I would get one for Christmas or my birthday, or I saw the British commando knife and I thought that was typical cheeky British style, where you get a big chunk of steel for a combat knife. I thought that was cool. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for staying tuned. You can write all the comments below what you think. I don't have a lot of collectibles. I like to use my knives, so a lot of them are out of the boxes, as you can tell. Even the ones that I don't have the boxes for, I would probably use them. So in any case, thank you very much. Please go up to 3 River Blades. Stay safe, guys. Talk to you soon.